The Block Australia 2022's Sharon Johal and Ankur Dogra aren't pulling any punches during media interviews after telling the producers to STFU on breakfast radio. The controversial couple appeared on Hit NSW Breakfast with Maz Matty on October 25 to discuss how they were continually vilified on the hit renovation show. During the October 24 episode, foreman Keith and Dan disparaged Ankur's profession as an accountant after they spent $26,000 over the allocated budget. Again, I was a little bit angry about what happened actually regarding Keith and Dan, saying, "You're an accountant, mate," Ankur told the radio hosts. He added, "They brought it up again, whereas they let the other contestants go when they have stuffed up. That's why I got so upset with them when they ambushed us. I don't know how to feel about it, to be honest." During the episode, Ankur added, "I think we have PTSD from the previous occurrences also." After seeing the brutal edit the night before, Sharon had some choice words for the TV tradesman. "It does get a bit annoying. We're in week 11 and just annoyed with the setups," Sharon started. "They're just highlighting what they want to highlight and always referring to me as actress Sharon instead of just Sharon. You know, we don't go social worker Sarah Jane Wilson, we don't do any of that stuff," she said. Sharon continued, "Come on guys, quite clearly, we're not going to be renovators after this. Don't just cut off the only livelihood that my husband is going to have." That's when Tigress Sharon came out, "Do you know what? STFU, I'm not copping that." Sharon Johal and Ankur Dogra deny that they weren't doing hard work like other The Block contestants. Ankur and Sharon are still in block mode, as they recently returned to Gisborne to repaint ahead of the November 6 auction. She explained that they worked just as hard on their property as the other contestants, suggesting they had pulled the most all-nighters out of everyone. Sharon also revealed that when they continuing mentioned that their house is bigger, they were actually referring to the more difficult older build portion. "Scotty Cam always has to have that jab of, it's only 14 square meters bigger, it's not that," she said. "We're saying that the old build is much harder for us to correct because we've got to demo it, and then we've got to frame up. Whereas the new build, what everyone else had much earlier in the piece, is already framed up, ready to go," Sharon explained. Ankur added that there was stuff they don't show, such as the landscapers having discussions with producers about 6 weeks before filming started. He alleged that many of the trades invoices went directly to Scotty Cam. "Then they come and ambush you and go, 'Mate, haven't you seen the invoice?' And I'm like, you might want to show that part of the show instead of having a go at me again," he said. Want even more goss? Listen to episode 225 of the So Dramatic podcast with Megan Pustetto below. Know something that we don't? Spill the tea here. Get the tea first. Follow So Dramatic on Instagram and tune in on Mondays to get your reality tea fix with the So Dramatic podcast with Megan Pustet. Jess Houston, October 25, 2022.